This is a big report, folks. I know it's a little longer than some of my videos, but watch it to the end. You've got to check it all out and then share this everywhere and subscribe if you're new to the channel. But this out of the Connecticut Examiner, the court overturns Ganem win in Bridgeport primary, calling evidence of fraud shocking. Welcome to another edition of Lumberjack Logic. I'm your host, Neil Johnson. Excited to share this report with you. I want to give a shout out to my friend George. I got some of these videos from his Twitter account. I had to screenshot those. So make sure you give him a follow. You can use the links below to support my sponsors, but also to go to my Twitter account and then follow George through that. So this is huge. So out of Bridgeport, a judge ruled on Wednesday to overturn the city's Democrat primary election, initially won by incumbent Mayor Joe Ganem, following claims of absentee ballot fraud by his opponent, John Gomez. After 2 weeks of evidentiary hearings, and that's a big key to this, there were 2 weeks of evidentiary hearings for Gomez's absentee ballot fraud lawsuit. Judge William Clark ordered a new Democratic primary based on 180 pieces of evidence presented by Gomez's legal counsel. Now, we're first going to hear the press conference that launched this from Gomez's staff. Check this out.
In this primary alone, the city of Bridgeport received over 4,000 absentee ballot applications, an unprecedented number in the city and possibly the state. This trend, coupled with the State Election Enforcement Commission's recommendations regarding the misuse of absentee ballots in the city's 2019 mayoral election, has raised serious concerns about the potential for abuse in the absentee ballot system. On primary night, our campaign was victorious at the polls, with a stand of 470 votes based on incoming results. However, as absentee ballots were being tabulated, our lead dramatically eroded, ultimately resulting in a 2-1 loss margin with an ultimate election difference of 251 votes. Such a drastic shift in results raised red flags as they've had in the past.
So to break this down real simple, an unprecedented number of absentee ballot applications, leading by large margins on the primary night. That lead was eroded when all the absentee ballots came in. It raised suspicion.
Today we are holding this press conference because we have gathered evidence indicating voter suppression and absentee ballot fraud. Multiple complaints have been filed with the State Election Enforcement Commission, including the most recent and irrefutable piece of evidence, an incriminating video for City Hall security footage showing Wanda Gita Paskey, the vice chair of the Bridgeport Democratic Town Committee, the district leader of the 136, and a city employee of Bridgeport, depositing absentee ballots at 999 Broad Street. Ms. Gita Paskey's involvement in this election is deeply concerning. She has been named in various complaints across many districts related to harassment, bullying, promises of Section 8, rent rebate, groceries, just to name a few. She was recommended by the State Election Enforcement Commission to the state's attorney's office for criminal investigation in reference to the charges regarding alleged misuse of absentee ballots in the 2019 primary election. Given her position and actions, there are legitimate questions regarding the integrity of the Democratic Town Committee. Moreover, her current alignment to the Ganem administration raises concerns about their knowledge and involvement in these alleged fraudulent activities. Our campaign believes that the integrity of our democratic process must be upheld, and we are deeply troubled by what appears to be voter suppression and absentee ballot fraud. We call upon the State Election Enforcement Commission to conduct a swift and comprehensive investigation into these allegations. Based on the compelling evidence at hand, the numerous complaints received, and the concerning personal interests involved, we are left with no choice but to seek legal remedies. Therefore, we will be petitioning the court to file an injunction against the primary election results, which have yet to be certified.
Now, bear with this next video. The audio isn't great. It's courtroom audio, but this is the city's registrar of voters. And what you're going to find, and we'll talk about it quickly afterwards, but as you watch this, she's basically admitting that she didn't follow the procedures. She doesn't even know what the procedures are, even though she supposedly read the manual. This is just complete malfeasance, a dereliction of duty to do your job. And she kind of laughs it off like it's not a big deal. But to those of us who are concerned about the integrity of the process, this is very important.
Are you aware that the Secretary of State says that an outer envelope, the endorsement of the town clerk, must show the date, the precise time the clerk received the ballot, and the clerk's signature? Were you aware of that? And were you aware that if the Secretary of State says in Exhibit 126, if an outer envelope does not substantially comply with this requirement, the ballot cannot be counted?
That's what it says.
Did you know that?
Now I do.
Okay, I guess maybe I should ask, did you know that? Did you know that on September 12th?
No, I didn't.
And did you ever instruct your absentee ballot moderator that that was the rule?
We go over the manual.
You went over this manual with the absentee ballot moderator?
Well, we go through the manual, but on past practices.
So past practices were, in your office, a registrar of voters, Democratic registrar of voters office was not to require a signature on the clerk's endorsement?
Oh, no, I know. Actually, this is new to me about the signature. I'm not clear, so that means I haven't read the book thoroughly and properly like I should have in this instance.
So back to the Connecticut Examiner. In the 37-page ruling, Clark said the video footage presented by Bill Bloss, Gomez's attorney, was particularly alarming. Mr. Ganim was also correct to be shocked at what he saw in the video clips in evidence that were shown to him while he was on the witness stand, Clark wrote. The videos are shocking to the court and should be shocking to all the parties. Gannon was one of the many city officials called to the Fairfield Judicial District Superior Courthouse for questioning, along with Wanda Geter Pataki, a vice chair of the Bridgeport Democratic Town Committee and operations specialist for the city, and Anita Martinez, a former city council member accused by Gomez of stuffing ballot drop boxes. At the witness stand, Gannon told the court he was shocked by the 18-minute video subpoenaed by Gomez from Bridgeport police that appeared to show 12 instances of Geter Pataki either depositing stacks of ballots herself or handing ballots to others from behind her reception desk, and 4 incidences of Martinez dropping off ballots. So the video I showed you was just a small slice of the evidence. I'm just trying to get out the basics of this case. Asked about the footage during the hearings, both Geter Pataki and Martinez asserted their Fifth Amendment rights against self-incrimination. Ganim, who appeared to win the primary by 250 votes after a count of absentee ballots, denied any involvement in the alleged fraud. So we don't know whether he was involved in it or not. He's denying that he was. He's saying that these people were basically acting on their own accord. In addition to the police footage, Bloss argued in court that many of the absentee ballots should never have been counted, given that they were improperly stamped. That goes back to the other video that I just shared with you. According to state law, Bloss argued stamp ballots accepted by town clerk Charles Clemens should have included the date and time they were received in the Clemens signature. But many of the ballots presented by Bloss were missing the signature. Now, they did not require that the judge did not require that they had to prove intent or anything like that, just that it rendered the outcome of this in doubt. And as a result of it being rendered in doubt due to these actions, they have to hold a new election. Hey, thanks so much for listening. Check out my sponsor, MyPillow. That's right, MyPillow.com. Promo code lumberjack for big savings. Get some of those Giza sheets. They're the best sheets. And they have those towels on special right now. And folks, I can tell you that those are the best towels I've ever used. They're the only towels I want to use anymore, because so often you get towels and they either kind of dry up, they're not as soft, or if they are soft, they're not absorbent. That is not the case with these towels. Get yourself some. Get some for Christmas gifts. You'll love them. Use promo code lumberjack at mypillow.com. Peace out.